Following his dismissal yesterday by the order of the acting chief prosecutor, the now former head of Elbasan's prosecution office has given his statement declaring the decision a political attack. The World Bank has published their biannual global economy report with some pessimistic revisions being made regarding expectations for Albania over the next 3 years. The collective agreement between the Ministry of Education and teachers ended last May, though the Education Union is positive about recent action taken to address the situation. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Wednesday the 10th of January 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country translated into English. Following on from our top story yesterday, the now former head of Elbasan's prosecution office, released from duty yesterday by order of the acting chief prosecutor Marku, has made the decision today to approach the courts over the matter. Dritan Gina appeared at the Court of Serious Crimes and made accusations resulting in an indictment against Marku. In a communication with the media, Gina said that the decision of the General Prosecutor was not in line with any legal criteria. Meanwhile, in the charge against the Chief Prosecutor, Gina says that there has been consistent pressure against him and his wife, Rovena Gashi. My wife, Rovena Gashi, was the head of the Directorate of Foreign Jurisdictional Relations in the General Prosecutor's Office until Marku decided otherwise. My wife appeared on the 8th of January 2018 in the Administrative Court to charge the acting Chief Prosecutor for this unlawful decision against her. Appropriate legal avenues have been my wife's only form of vengeance. On Tuesday, the 9th of January, in yet another direct attack, Marku has informed me in writing of the order for my commanding termination, explains Gina in his indictment. Asked whether he would accept a new job within Tirana's prosecution, Gina hinted that he would be willing to take on such an opportunity. All employees of the State Police, Guard of the Republic and Service for Internal Affairs and Complaints in the Ministry of Interior will undergo a transitional assessment process across 3 phases. Assets of all employees and their family members, as well as their past and present links with persons subject to investigations or criminal groups, will be investigated, and a professional assessment for each individual will also be conducted. Regarding assets, forms are expected to be completed immediately following the adoption of the law, where all movable and immovable assets of employees and their family members must be declared. As a way to protect against conflicts of interest and potential corruption, under the law, any gifts valued over 30,000 lek must also be declared. To have a real estimate of net wealth, a declaration must be made regarding household expenses for the individual, such as their electricity and water bills, education costs for themselves or family members, or any other serviceable contracts. Reporting of all international travel conducted by the employees or their family members is a further requirement of the new laws. Verification of identities will be conducted, and through this process, any links employees may have with persons of suspect or interest will be exposed. The Directorate of Security of Classified Information and other information agencies are also included among this vetting project. For this, verification of identity in the past and present will be realised for each employee who is subject to the checks, with any reasons for name changes listed. Data on current and previous residences, any refusals to enter European Union or NATO countries, any asylum applications made, results of testing for narcotic drugs, as well as statements regarding addiction to alcohol or gambling will all be included in the vetting files held for each individual. It will also be required that the employee declare if they have been a state security worker prior to 1990. A special committee will verify what commitment was maintained during years performed of such duties. 3 new structures will be created for the realisation of this vetting project. The External Commission of Evaluation, responsible for examining the most senior police leaders, will consist of 15 members. The Central Commission will be composed of 45 members and the Local Commission 135 members. Each verification body will consist of 3 members. The World Bank has revised Albania's economic growth for the coming year, and the results are not so positive. At the beginning of every year, a report is published outlining projections for the global economy. In the latest report, the institution foresees Albania growing at a rate of 3.6% for 2018, with a modest increase of 0.1% since the last announcements in June. Unfortunately, the expectations of the World Bank are pessimistic for the coming years. For 2019, Albania's economic growth has been revised to a decrease of 0.3%, while for 2020, the forecast remains 3.5% economic growth. Experts explain this projection is as a result of the completion of investments. Expert Arben Malai says that many major investments have already been completed in Albania. The World Bank warning should be taken seriously, said Malai. For the economic expert Selami Jepa, the World Bank forecasts are more realistic and far from those of the government, who declare economic growth of 5%. Reforms must be undertaken to absorb more foreign investments, said Selami Jepa. Experts suggest that measures must be taken to stimulate economic growth. According to Selami Jepa, it is the political climate and significant bureaucracies that must be dealt with as they act as the biggest deterrent regarding investors. He added his recommendations are for the government to deliver on initiatives to reduce bureaucracy. For education unions, starting talks for collective agreements between teachers and the Ministry of Education is a delayed but positive process. The chair of Tirana's independent education union, Alma Lama, says that the draft contract is now ready to be proposed to the ministry. The process has been delayed, but the reaction is positive, said Lama. Included in the agreement are provisions for workplace protection and clear guidelines regarding the process of assessment for teachers, as well as addressing some points of the economic issues faced by many educators. The economic problems will be solved. Teachers will receive bonuses, said Alma Lama. But what are some of the difficulties currently facing teachers? Well, Alma Lama says that one of them is the new curriculum. The collective contract of teachers ended on May 31, 2017, and from this date, education unions have issued several requests to the Ministry of Education to fill this void. Tirana's Mayor Erion Veliai participated in actions today to plant 200 more trees, this time focusing on the dam area of Liceniatat. The Mayor continued his call, inviting all citizens of Tirana to donate a tree, as in this way they will have left a worthy inheritance to their children. I would like to invite all citizens of Tirana to join this initiative. Those who have done so already have planted just one tree, but this is equated to giving Tirana 500,000 trees in 2017. If every adult citizen of Tirana makes the commitment to donate a tree in 2018, Tirana would have nothing left to ask from Santa by this December, said Erion Veliai. The Mayor also stressed that the municipality will continue to plant trees as an effort to sensitise citizens, with every business asked to contribute to a greener and cleaner city. We will continue to plant trees because I believe that only by dealing with each day seriously can we achieve our ambition. Tirana can show its true beauty only when the municipality works with all citizens and each and every person makes their contribution, said Erion Veliai. He expressed his satisfaction with the current progression of the project, thanking all the enterprises that have joined the municipality of Tirana in this initiative so far. I believe we are leaving a mark on the city that will be here even after we are not. Today there is an extraordinary charm in Tirana being dressed with greenery, even along the highways. The trees also affect the purity of air in the city. The place was turning into a big rubbish bin, said Erion Veliai. Veliai remains optimistic that 2018 will be even better for Tirana than the year we have just left behind. It is a very good thing that Tirana is receiving awards for innovation, for transformation and for urban regeneration. It's a good thing that we are always reading positive reviews for Tirana, but we must understand that we still have a long way to go. We who live here know that much has been done, but there is much more that lies ahead. It is with this in mind that I say 2018 will be an even better year, said Erion Veliai. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.